I have returned. You are fortunate to learn from the wanderer Odysseus. I used to follow all his mortal struggles, from his warring to his voyages. Some of the tales about him are embellished, but not all. He is an interesting man.
Cousin.
You honor me, my lady.
Well met. How strange it is to meet you face to face. Your brother Zagreus I spoke to many times, though by boon all but once. You must know he had his struggles at home. Now it seems your side of the family is repaying us for back then.
If there's a debt to be repaid, then I am unaware, Lady Athena. I'm here because our family is in peril, my side and yours.
Of course, and it wasn't my intent to suggest otherwise. I'm merely reflecting on the change of circumstance. Well then, one boon deserves another. Your brother's favorite. No mercy out there.
The monster Typhon is far from invincible, no matter how it seems. When first he dared attack Olympus long ago, I personally struck him down. But now he does seem more resistant to my lightning than before.
Here's the thread. My finest customer. You must be famished. Might I interest you in a little sustenance? And I do mean little. I have a fresh batch here if you'd like to try them.
Oh, no thank you, Arachne. I have no appetite at all. And I'm not much for eating animals, even insects. Although I'm certain your flies are very delicious.
They are. A touch of an acquired taste, I know. But I got used to them much faster than just about any other aspect of this life. Oh well, your loss, I'm sure.
Hephaestus.
You've seen the size of the bloody monster been clambering up our mountainside, would you? I haven't, thankfully, but hearing that he's pretty big in size. Typhon himself. I scarce can keep a steady hand with him about.
The river Vulcan may no longer ferry souls into the underworld, but has become quite valuable to the ongoing war effort. He's quite effective with that oar of his.
Prompt as ever. You were preoccupied with that Arachne's curse. I know about it, yes. The remedy is no straightforward feat.
Nor is my task, yet here we are, night after night. If there's a way to aid my friend, I wish to know of it.
Athena is the one to persuade. So long as she wishes the curse to remain, it shall. That, and you must discover who created it.
Sounds straightforward enough. I win this time, O King.
You know, I saw a flicker in the sky before, as though the moonlight shifted for a moment. But now it's almost as though that light is shining from you. You drew Selene down. She would not answer such a call from most.
Harry, did you ever? Whenever there's a bloody dust-up, tempers flaring and all that, he will do everything he can to draw it out. This must be quite a big dilemma for him, mind.
As you will. You get the blessing of the king of the Olympians himself. I expected that he would have been too preoccupied to be of direct assistance, although he does have a vested interest in your victory.
We're on. I'd love to drag you to the bottom of the sea, but we're already here. Showtime, gals!
We goddesses always get swept up in these family affairs through no fault of our own. I had no prior qualm with Chronos, yet here I am now, well at war with him.
You can beat me. Should be more than enough wretches for the both of us here any moment now.
Come on, then. Greetings, Father.
Cerberus. Look who it is. When first we had to fend off Typhon long ago, we dared not think the Titan Lord, whom we had already disposed of, was responsible. Surely not even he in all his arrogance believed that such a monster would bend to his will.
All Chronos probably expected was that the monster would immediately attack Olympus. How could he have awakened such a thing without our family even noticing?
With Nyx herself amongst the Titan Lord's captives, all that transpires deep within the earth cannot be known by anyone. And now, even though both Typhon and the Titan fell to us before, we have never had to face them both at once.
Refreshing.
Ah, at last.
Tell me something before I turn you back to dust again. If Typhon destroys Mount Olympus as you so desire, where do you expect he'll go from there? Back to sleep?
Oh, that is none of my concern. Ours is a wide world, and deep. Typhon shall have free reign to go where he pleases. Perhaps he shall rule over the seas in Poseidon's stead.
Liar. You plan to double-cross him. Send him roaring back to the abyss after your use for him is ended. Not even you are fool enough to disregard him as a threat.
The future shall be well in hand, that I can assure you, granddaughter. Best focus on the present, and the many hardships we endure. Are you able to resist? May all my kin be damned.
Physcelameus. Nothing but sand.
Thus, having satisfied her heart's desire, the princess felt such jubilation that she burst into a mirthful dance. And so infectious was this celebration that her friends as well as foes all soon joined in.
Ow! Return to Shadow now. Let's have a look around.
Ah. I can't believe you stood me up last night, Trouble. Do you know how demeaning it is having to wait around for you at a beach in the middle of the night, all alone?
What? We had no plans to meet, as I recall, else I'd have honored them. You truly expect me to abandon the main focus of my task just to fight with you again and again?
I thought I felt something was all. That our times at the beach might just be a little more special to you than your boring job. But I guess I was wrong.
You guessed correctly.
Sisters, salute. These crossroads flourish thanks to this renewal project of yours. You saw an opportunity to get it off the ground even now.
This is our home. It should be cared for, clean and beautiful. I recruited Dora to assist me so that the work wouldn't have to wait forever.
Dora? I've not once heard the invocation of her name and work in the same breath. I think that you persuaded that one to be of service.
She's pleased to help.
Back from Tartarus. Your pathway down into the underworld may seem a little roundabout, but avoiding the main regions is your best shot at eluding Chronos till you can face him on your terms.
I have that pathway long since memorized. A straight shot down to Tartarus would have been too good to be true. I'm grateful that this other route even exists.
And I am grateful that your father's realm is vast indeed, that we could chart a course along its border all the way to where you need to be.
Take care, Father.
The Slayer of Titans returns!
My brother must have been immensely strong, if he could sometimes even take my father when they sparred. Is there some favorite technique of his that you could pass along?
No, there is not. My disciples must each follow their own path. Keep following yours, and mayhaps you too shall become powerful enough to beat your papa up.
Commander, my father is bound in chains in Tartarus.
Then it ought to be easy.
Above, a full moon flares, bestowing all her grace and power from beyond an earthly canopy of trees and soaring precipices which provide a pristine vantage point.
The crossroads between realms. Hello, ladies. Hey.
Of night above us all, hiding in plain sight, keeper of the night, moonlight guide us home tonight in shadow. Take shelter from the world above, in safety and in solitude. The sisters wait, shades lost and ever wandering.
Lord Hermes.
Some of our relatives don't like to get involved. Dionysus, he will go to every feast but never to a fight. Why don't we all just get along, he says. Though, come to think, it's not a bad idea.
Mortals look to us for guidance and inspiration. They must be horrified by what they're seeing of late. Half of them seem to be against us now. Let's hope it's the other half that's left once all this is over.
The gods must want for us to give another glorious performance, huh? Stay up.
I bid you shine for me again tonight.
The goddess Nyx, in all her grace, began referring to me as the Eye of Night, for I could see even where she could not. This honor spurs me even now, just as I spur my steeds. We shall avenge her, little star.
Better.
Thank the fates that you eluded Typhon's fury. And you created enough of a diversion that we were able to fortify our defenses and keep that monstrosity at bay. For now.
But he'll be back. Have you discovered any weaknesses of note? I'd rather do more than distract him.
A being of that size will not have many weaknesses. Although no creature likes to be jabbed in the eyes. And Typhon has a great many of them, for better or worse. And if we muster all our powers, perhaps we can drive him back.
Rest now, all of you.
At least you made the awful Typhon's life more difficult last night, my niece. He almost crushed you like a shellfish, didn't he? But you created just enough annoyance that we pushed him back after you ran away, or whatever you did.
Thank you for your service.
Slow down. Can't you see I'm busy over here? Personally, I can't see a thing. Do I complain? No. I just tend to my flock.
Your blasted sheep are some of the most high-strung animals I have ever encountered.
Sheep are fast. It's not an easy job. And it's even harder when somebody makes a ruckus in my meadow. So what choice do I got? Besides eating you?
Not too bad. You really went and took on Typhon, eh? I caught a glimpse of him. As close as I dared fly to that huge storm. He could have squished you like a fluff. Although I guess bugs can't use magic to escape.
And bugs have wings, kind of like you. But yes, I can attest to Typhon's size and strength. Fortunately, I'm quicker, and have every god and goddess on Olympus backing me.
But they're my pales in comparison to my inventions here. Well, I shouldn't even jest like that. You don't suppose they heard? Don't tell them I said anything.
I see you want my blessing still, except a little less than that one you just took. And you want it after a very rousing fight.
Sorry.
There I go, fighting my kin again, when I ought to turn my wrath against our common enemy, who is our kin as well.
Eris. So if you get past me again, what's next for you, Trouble? I've never seen someone go through so much just to see their family. Most of us have to try to stay away from ours.
That terrifying cloud encompassing the summit of Olympus conceals Typhon, in case you haven't heard. I'm surprised you haven't gone to see him for yourself. Anyway, Prometheus is next, then Typhon. But you first.
You're telling me you're here to pick bigger and bigger fights? Babe, I knew we had something going on, but we have more in common than I thought. Come on, let's go.
Well, I don't see why not.
Have you had any run-ins with Prometheus? Since Chronos wouldn't dare show his face on this mountain, he must have sent this lackey of his to keep all of Olympus occupied.
Prometheus, he's back. I must be out of the loop. Thought he was still strapped to some mountainside, getting his innards gnawed out by an eagle. Something nasty of the sort.
That did supposedly occur, but he is definitely back, personally leading the vanguard trying to tear Olympus apart. If he prevails, no more feasting.
Come on, baby, it can't be all that bad. What's he gonna do? Cook our food with the flame he took from Dad? Tell you what, next time you see him, tell him to stop by.
No, Ugh.
Called it.
The trap is set.
Whoa, that's our pool.
That's a bite. It's over. This is a crystal.
Hey, nice catch.
Surprised?
Your companion, Dora. She does not remember me, not yet. But she shall. And in so doing, remember why she chose to forget me to begin with. And forget so much more.
You say she's not to blame for the failings of mortal kind, as though she could have carried such a burden to begin with. What happened? How do you know her?
That one is haunted by her past, as you can see. But it is not my place to tell you any more than I already have, lest she recall too much too quickly. All in due time, as my master would say. If suffering today brings about a better tomorrow, so be it. What did, what needed to be done.
He's gone.
Now for the last one.
I'll deal with your father next. Olympus, I accept this message.
The foul brood of storm-bringing Typhon crawl through the growing cracks in the stonework of the Fortress of the Gods, as though to shake the mountain to its very core.
Best watch my step.
See anything you like? All right, Em, I don't want to hold you up now that you're here. You've got important business after all. Just making sure you made it in one piece.
Still in one piece, Lord Hermes, but we'll see how long that sticks. Though who knows, perhaps Typhon will flatten me instead of tearing me to shreds.
Oh, that is grim. Although you know what else is? This entire situation we're in. I mean, look at this place. So how about we both get out of here?
Good find.
Another night, another massive undulating monster brought to heel. And for the Princess of the Dead, such victories are to be savored, but only for a bit.
Return to Shadow now. Not a bad night, I guess. That ought to slow Typhon a bit. Will make him even angrier.
You know how late it is?
What do you think, Dora?
They don't pay me to think.
Prometheus refuses to elaborate about your past with him, Dora. But he believes you're going to remember soon enough. My worry is you're better off not knowing.
And what makes you say that? Besides the part where I've already told you I get a not great feeling just from sounding out his name. Prometheus, ugh, yeah, there it is.
He gave me the impression you forgot about him, and much more, by choice. If that's true, perhaps it's for the best. If only for the sake of your past self.
Forget my past self, Mel. My current self is pretty caught up now in getting to the bottom of all this. Isn't there some sort of witch spell you could do to jog my memory or something?
Well, now that I know of this specific connection you seem to have, it's something to work with. But are you absolutely sure it's what you want?
Oh yeah. It's gonna be something good.
I'll take your word for it.
What did you do now? They're saying you beat Typhon single-handedly last night? One step closer to putting everything back to normal, huh?
I did not beat Typhon single-handedly, but we managed to defeat him, yes. Though I don't think you need to fear a return to normalcy anytime soon.
I know you're trying to reassure me, but I can't help the way I feel. I ought to be enjoying all this while it lasts. The future might be boring as dirt, but right now, things are okay.
Things are not okay. In shadow, all are one. Welcome, Lord Charon.
This can't be. Titaness, whatever do you mean? Because if you meant what you said, why... all those times you told me that I'm welcome here and safe... all lies then. Is that it?
Your anger's justified. It was my poison that Athena used whilst cursing you. But the curse is hers, not mine. I've no desire that you knew any of this. Melenoi, however, swayed me against my instincts.
I don't know what to say. So this is your fault. Athena never could have done this to me without your help. You Titans and the gods, you're all alike. Good evening.
Arachne, be reasonable.
Huzzah for the savior of Olympus! You have repeatedly knocked Typhon from his perch. Mayhaps the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I've never thought of it that way before, Commander, but you're right. The Cyclops Polyphemus also falls quite hard.
Because of his size, you see.